Good morning, everyone. First coffee walk of the year. I am excited. It is sunny out. It is April. This means it's time for seniors to place their deposit at their dream colleges. And today, I actually want to talk about what doesn't matter in college admissions. I'm going to give you three things. I'm going to keep it short, to the point. The first one involves you seniors. So if you're a parent of a senior, listen up. The next two will involve other grades. But the first thing, what doesn't matter in college admissions? For you seniors, it is second semester senior year grades. Yes, I'm serious. Now, a lot of these are going to come with a caveat. If you're a straight A student and you get straight Fs, that matters. You could get your applications rescinded. But it's important for everyone to understand in college admissions, there is a tiered order of importance for semesters. All semesters are not created equal. In fact, you can actually go and read one of the books that I highly recommend. I'll link to it in the description, Who Gets In and Why, and they actually bring up at Emory University, just as an example, they use something called the Latting Index, where it's their own internal judgment of students, academics, etc., and each student is rated on a scale of, I believe, 1 to 12. And guess what? In that Latting Index, they just completely eliminate freshman year. I bring this up because not every semester is created equal, and the least important semester, universally known, is second semester senior year. Because at that point, students are into colleges have accepted them, and yes, a student will be required, before they actually attend freshman, fall in college, to submit their second semester senior year grades. However, as long as those grades reasonably align in the general vicinity with the type of student who was presented in their first 7 semesters to colleges, you're good. I bring this up because I think there's serious value in living in the moment when you're a high school senior. When it's second semester senior year, you have just a couple months left until you're never going to be in high school again. You're going to go off to college, you're going to live on your own, then you're going to be in the real world, you're going to be an adult, you're going to have a job. Before you know it, you're going to say, wow, high school, when I got to live in my family home and have all my friends that I grew up hanging out with. And I think there is some serious value in students taking a step back, maybe caring a little less about grades and a little bit more about everything else that comes with high school, which is honestly, for a lot of people, pretty awesome. Now, again, this comes with the caveat, I do not want, if you're watching this and you're a parent of a high school senior, to run into the other room and say, hey, go get some Fs, it's okay. No, it is not, right? And so I guess the title of this is a little clickbaity in that, yes, to an extent, second semester senior grades still do matter. But the point is, if you're a straight A student and second semester senior year, you get your first A- or your first B+, nothing is going to happen. Okay? Nothing is going to happen. And in fact, I think a lot of students actually will benefit emotionally, socially, from that kind of added freedom that comes with them not having to get a perfect score on every test. That's my bigger thing. All right, so I hope that helps. Hope that allows you to understand the kind of general idea around there are 8 semesters in high school and all are not created equal. Second thing that does not matter in college admissions, random clubs and activities that a student does, or volunteering activities that a student does that does not align with their central path. Now, if you're saying, what is a student's central path? I've talked about this in past videos. You can go if you'd like, and also I'll link this in the description, but you can go to my entirely free college confidence community, and I have 2 45-minute lessons on exactly what a student's central path is and how they can align their central path. So I'm not going to get into details here, but what I am going to say is what does not matter in college admissions is that extra activity or extra volunteering session that a student does where they say, yeah, I'm going to pad my resume. Look, this is an extra thing. These days, that does not matter in college admissions. College admissions wants to see you have a clear, succinct story that aligns with your path, your mission in life, what you want to do in college. And these days, having that like ninth activity you list on the Common App that's just, oh, I'm a member of the philosophy club when you're trying to be a mathematician, doesn't matter. And to be honest, that will hurt your application chances, because that is time spent where you're going to that philosophy club meeting that you don't really care about, that you're doing because you think it looks good in colleges, when you could actually be working on something that really is aligned with your path. Again, if you want to be a mathematician, take that hour that you spend every week going to philosophy club that you don't even enjoy, that you just sit there and you say, oh, I'm padding my resume, and instead take that hour every week and start a blog on statistics and how you see statistics apply in everyday life. And all of a sudden, then you can put on your application that you've done that. That aligns with your path in this example scenario. So those extra, oh, and then on the volunteering front, if that is part of your mission, your life, to volunteer at a certain organization that aligns with kind of your goals, absolutely. Volunteering is great. But again, when you come at it from the perspective of, I volunteer 1 hour a week at this food bank because someone tells me to and I don't even really enjoy it, that's not impressive for colleges to see. And again, you could use that hour much better if the goal is college admission success. Now, if you tell me, Jack, I actually get a lot of value from volunteering, and just because it doesn't align with my path, I still feel like a good person and I like to do it, then I'll say, go for it, right? We're talking about life in general there, and I say, go for it. If you have goals and ambitions like that, absolutely. But if you're asking me, Jack Delahy, about does that volunteering help you with college admissions? Zero. Unless, right, your mission in life has to do with that type of volunteering activity that you're very specifically doing, and then that can absolutely help. And again, if you're saying, I don't really get this whole path thing, you can go back. I've had previous YouTube videos on it, or again, like I say, click the College Confidence community. I have 2 entirely free lessons on it. All right, now, third thing, what does not matter in college admissions is your 8th AP class. That's right, your 8th AP class. There is a concept in economics called diminishing marginal returns. And here is how it applies to college admissions. If you are a student and you have 0 APs, taking your first AP class and ideally doing well, right? Doing well academically in that class has serious value. Going from 0 APs to 1 AP has serious value. But just like in economics, there's diminishing marginal returns. The marginal value obtained from going from 7 APs to 8, small, right? It's not nearly as impressive of a change going from 7 to 8 as it is from 0 to 1. This applies in college admissions. When I have a student that comes to me and says, Jack, should I take this 8th AP? I say, think about how much extra time it will take for you to take that 8th AP. And they usually say, okay, a lot. And then I say, could you take that same amount of time and instead work on other areas of your eventual college applications? Such as, right, studying for your SAT or ACT. That usually is a great area where you can have a low amount of input, meaning oftentimes only just a couple months of studying can drastically improve your score, and a large output. It's the second most important characteristic in all of college admissions. Or eventually your college essays, or building up your story and working on a showstopper activity or passion project, like again I talk about a lot in my videos and you can see in the free College Confidence community, right? Using that time wisely. Taking an 8th AP doesn't matter in college admissions. You know what does? Using that time you would have spent on that 8th AP, building up other areas of your application. So I hope that makes sense. Short and sweet today. 3 areas of your college admissions process that some people would tell you matter and they just don't. Hope that was helpful. If you enjoy videos like this, let me know. Reply in the comments with what you want to see me talk about in the future. I will read them and may base my videos on them. If you liked this video and want to see more of them, click the like button, click subscribe. Helps the algorithm show you the next time I release a video. And until then, have a good one. Cheers to a new year of morning coffee walks.